Hey guys, welcome to another deck profile. Today we're going Blackwing. Blackwing is personally my favorite synchro deck out of them all, and you'll see why in a second. So as we go into it, first off we're going to run 3 Chris the Crack of Dawn. He special summons on top of other Blackwing monsters, which can really help during the game, and it makes them very easy synchros and in some cases XYZs. Going to run 2 Borrow the Spear, although you definitely want to run this at 3, just because it does the same as Chris, it special summons on top and it inflicts piercing damage, so that's pretty good. 2 Show the Blue Flame, only because he can help your main phase 2 and overwhelm your opponent pretty easily. And what he does is when he destroys a monster, you can special summon 1 Blackwing from your deck. But its effects are negated, so run 3 Gale the Whirlwind. He's a tuner that specials on top of other Blackwings, so he's a very good card. Next we're going to run 2 Pinaki. He's the main search of the deck, so when you get synchroed, he's going to search at end phase, which is very decent, and you can definitely change the game with his effect. Next we're going to run 2 Blizzard of the Far North. He helps consistency of the deck as he special summons from the graveyard, and it really helps, and it changes the game a lot. We're going to run 1 Gladius the Midnight Sun. He will help in your no thung plays, and he can't be destroyed by battle, so he's a fairly cool card to have on the field while you're going for save synchros. We're going to run Zephyros, just because there are very interesting combos you can have with Zephyros and a fair amount of OTK strategies involved. Next we're going to run Steam the Cloak. We're only running 1 of his because his main effect only works once per duel. His effect is when he is destroyed, you special summon a token to your side of the field, then you contribute it, special summon him back. So this is a very decent card, but he only works for once per duel, so that's why we're running him at 1. Next we're going to play 1 Kalut. You generally run this one at 2, just because he will help in making your card stronger and stop the enemy from overwhelming you. And he can also help with a lot of OTK strategies. I'm going to run 1 Gale for our 1-up synchros, but we're going to talk more about Orochi later through. Next we're going to run 3 MST, because they will destroy the back row that will generally be harmful to your synchro cards. Going to run 2 Pot of Duality. Although this deck special summons a lot, it's good to dig deep into your deck and get an advantage to your opponent. Going to run 1 Black Whirlwind, but you need to run this at 3, just because it's probably the best card in the deck, only because it's not a once per turn effect. Going to run 1 Dark Eruption, 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Raigeki. So that's for the spells. On for the traps. 3 Icarus Attack, just because it's a very powerful card to have. Examples of this is when a card gets destroyed by battle, so let's just say Orochi gets destroyed by a card effect or battle, you can chain it with an Icarus Attack, tribute the card, destroy 2 of their cards. A very powerful card. Next we're going to run 1 Compulse, and just because Compulse is great. 1 Black Sonic, 1 Shadow Spell, 1 Call the Haunted, Bottomless, Solemn, and a Mirror Force. So that's it for the traps. Let's go on to extra deck. So we're going to turn on 2 Nothung, mainly just because he is the main OTK card of the deck. He'll help you normal summon over 1 more, helping your Black Whirlwind effect as well. We're going to run 1 Blackwing Armor Master. He can deal with cards that are a lot higher attack points than you, and he can't be destroyed by battle, so that's pretty difficult to get rid of for your opponent. 1 Obsidian Hawkjoe, because he's very broken. He special summons level 5 or higher wing beasts from your graveyard, and it's not a once per turn effect, so you can summon as many synchros from your graveyard as possible, and that can leave a full field of synchros, which is fairly scary. Raikiri, he's the new synchro that came out, and he's very powerful. He destroys cards equal to the amount of Blackwings you control. So it's very scary to have him come up. Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. You won't see him as much as the other Blackwing synchros through, but he's a 31 beater that can't be targeted by effects. Clearwing Synchro Dragon. He can't be targeted by level 5 or higher, so it's extremely hard to get rid of. Go-Yo Guardian. He's a very powerful beater, and he can also help your synchro plays using different monsters. Beals is who I was talking about for Orochi. You can special summon, have him synchro from a level 7 into Beals. Beals can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, so he's a very, very scary card to have on your side of the field, and your opponent gets scared. It's pretty funny. Next we have Armades. Armades is just a save beater that you can have where your opponent can't activate traps until end. Abyss Dweller to go against your Burning Abyss and sometimes Dark World matchup. Ice Beast Seraphine to clear the entire field, and he's very overpowered since he gains 300, I think, for each face up on the field. Master Key Beetle, although I would switch him out for a lot of different XYZ cards out there, such as Dark Rebellion Dragon, etc., etc. One Castel to get rid of the really powerful cards that you can't get rid of. Onto side deck, it's a fairly small side deck this time. Soul Drain to get rid of your Burning Abyss. Vanity's Emptiness to stop you like the Burning Abyss again. Fairywind, Royal Decree, Light Imprisoning Mirror, and Effect Veiler. So that's,
alright.
Yep.
So what do you think of the Blackwings in the current format against Cosmos and Burning Abyss and other things like that?
I know it definitely has some potential against the Burning Abyss matchup and the Cosmo matchup, seeing as they can clear few cards on the field quite well. But against Cosmos with Dark Destroyer, it's a very hard matchup to take out, but I believe Beals would be able to deal with him quite well. And with the Burning Abyss matchup, there's a lot of sides that can stop you from taking it out, and Abyss Dweller is that help as well. And this deck can generally overpower a lot of decks, such as Burning Abyss, even though they get to about 28. Beals is always there.
Alrighty, we'll catch you guys later.
See ya.